My name is Eric Stewart. I'm with Green Community, and I'm with Rick Martinez with Sweetwater Organic Farm. If you'd like to introduce yourself and your farm, Rick.
Okay, great. As he said, my name's Rick Martinez. I'm the executive director and founder of Sweetwater Organic Community Farm. And we've been in existence for about 17 years. And we started with 6 families, and now we're up to about 400.
Wow.
And we have 2 farming locations with an associate farm up in Pasco County. And we're starting a 3rd location here at the Children's Home about 3 miles from here. And our mission is several-fold, but primarily it's education. We have an educational elementary school field trip program where schools bring their children here, and we have a little curriculum for them. And this year we expect that around 3,000 kids will come through and learn that their food does not come from a package or the grocery store,
yeah.
Which many of them do think that, as funny as it sounds.
Doesn't come from McDonald's, huh?
Right. We think over the years there's probably been about 10,000 children through the program.
That's awesome.
And really we see that as one of the most important things we do. And but basically our mission is to have an operational farm here in Tampa, right in town, for people to come visit and learn about organic farming. And then the other parts of our mission, one is to create community.
Yeah.
And we've really been fortunate and successful in doing that. We have a very strong community, committed people, and also part of that is events like our Sunday market that's been extremely successful, and we have a music series with excellent musicians. It's really grown to become a special place to play for the musicians and our vendors. And then we have workshops for adults and a wide array of topics. We have our
one of our members, she just posted about your workshop next Saturday.
Yeah, Organic Gardening 101. We do that once or twice a year. One of our other more popular ones is a home brewing workshop.
Oh yeah, everyone loves beer.
Everyone loves beer if they're of age. And then we have a couple fundraising events. Our Pesto Festo has become a quite large event, and we have about 300 people that come to that. And so all of those things together create community. We get hundreds of school young adults, high school and college that do their service hours here. I mean, amazing amount of kids that do that. And so we really have become an important cornerstone in our community.
Yeah.
I personally am a 3rd generation Tampanian, so I really take this commitment to community service importantly. It's really important and seriously. And so that's kind of where it's all come from. And so we've grown a lot. We have a great group of workers. We have an intern program. Probably maybe 6 of our interns have gone on to run farms of their own or work on other farms, and as a career. And many more have traveled around working at other farms. So that's really a little bit about us.
Well, when I was first getting into this green organic movement, I was still eating fast food. I was still involved in that lifestyle, and I met through working at a restaurant this lady that actually is a part of your CSA program, and she was telling me about Sweetwater. So I came out and I checked it out, and it just blew my mind because I really didn't even know where my food comes from. And to actually experience that and see it, and speaking with Roberto, I think, one of your farm operators, I think he had a really good experience. He says when you put your hands in the soil, it's alive.
Yeah, Roberto, he came here as an intern, I don't know, maybe 5 years ago. 5 years ago. His daughter was about 6 months old, and they came really just to see the farm with a friend, and they asked about, she told them about our internship program, and then later that day before they left, my friend came up to me and says, well, Roberto wants to talk to you, and him and his wife kind of cornered me and said, well, we'd like to be in your internship program, and we'd like to move in. We have a intern housing, and I said, when? They said, well, now. And so Roberto and Amber and Samara moved in the very day they came to visit the farm for the first time, and they arrived here with no intentions of that even in mind.
Yeah.
And so it's pretty amazing, and he's really grown and matured and has become a seasoned. He's our farm manager now. He's running our entire farming operation.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So I know that right now there's some issues with Hillsborough County. They're rezoning. Would you like to talk more about that?
Yeah. Well, like I say, I actually farmed in this land before Sweetwater came into being. That's sort of how the whole thing evolved. This was my little farm. And 20 plus years ago, when I first started farming, we went down and filed for our agricultural exemption and received it, and have been receiving that agricultural exemption for our taxes all these years. And so we kind of thought that was what we needed to do, and that was sort of the end of it. And it was until about a year ago, and then we got a code violation because we're farming on residentially zoned property. And so, over the years, we've, really that was about when we came to understand that was our situation. And we've grown and evolved, and we started out with just, a few families, so we never really imagined or envisioned that it would become this large. So, in certain ways, we look at it as a blessing in disguise. And really, it's something we need to do to get these issues resolved, to continue to grow and serve our community. We're the only thing like this in all of the Tampa Bay area. And so we feel not only do we have a lot of support for the community, but what we do is critically important to our community. And I think that's expressed through the tremendous support that we get. I mean, it's really amazing. And so that's what we're challenged with is to convince the hearing officer first that this is an important part of the community, and second, in the county commission, because it's a two-step process. First, we have a public hearing on February 15th at 6 p.m. in front of the hearing officer, whoever that person is. And so we're trying to drum up support and pack the house and just show to them how important the community thinks it is, not just us.
Definitely.
And it's not a big stretch, really, in our mind, because we're bordered by commercial on the west side. We're bordered by commercial on the south side.
Yeah.
On the north side, there is no residential, and there's schools to the north.
Yeah.
So really, it's our two neighbors to the east that are residential, that are most impacted, and they're both very supportive of what we do. And so we're hoping that the hearing officer sees this and sees the value. I would think in this economic times that they wouldn't want to shut down the jobs we provide and all of the economic stimulus that we provide to the community. I mean, people travel here from other counties to spend their money and support these local businesses.
Hey, eating healthy food lowers their medical expenses too, right?
Well, all of those things. I think the hearing officer may not quite make that connection so much, but they make connections too. Are people traveling into Hillsborough County and spending their money and the jobs that we create and that sort of economy. I think that's what's going to resonate with a hearing officer or a county commissioner. So, so those are all the issues that we're going to stick to in making our case. So I think that kind of explains it. I don't know if we left any questions in your mind about it.
Well, I just want to say that, I started this website, Green Community, because I believe that oil prices are going to start rising, and, the climate is changing in some ways. Like last year we had really high highs and low lows. And
Right.
for me personally...
And this year,
Yeah,
we had early lows.
Yeah. So for me personally, I see this as like an oasis of learning and education about what really is going to be our future. We're going to have to relearn how to farm and to really understand how to grow our soils again. So I think this is a really important thing for all of Tampa Bay area, and I'm glad that you started it. Thank you very much.
Well, it's my pleasure. I appreciate the work that you guys are doing, and appreciate you coming out today. And we're kind of all in this together, so I think we are of similar mind.
Definitely.
As far as the work we're doing, and I hope you enjoy your day out here today.
Definitely. Thank you very much, Rick. Thanks.
Thank you for coming.
Thanks.
Twilight is falling, long night is falling, shadows are moving my way. Hearing those old all my old wrongs and the taps of a great dying day. This old world is turning, sun is still, long night is calling my name. So I toss back some hard stuff. No, it's not near enough to get off this low-balling train. Memories and times and folks and old rhymes, the words and the things we said gets me when that old sun is sinking. There's a